Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's Foodie Friday review, yes folks. And today, what have we got for you? Well, if you've seen the title, you'll know exactly it's a cheese and onion pasty. And if you remember backwards, if you do recognise the name, the company's called Ivor Dewdney, a beloved pasty by everybody. And down there, they call them oggies for some reason. I don't know what that means, but you guys down in Cornwall probably know more than I do. Now, originally, this particular company has been around since 1935. So their original pasty is like the business. They've been supplying the dockyards and the shipyards for years. Even today, they're still supplying the ships. The guys go down there with the vans and all the pasties go out to all the sailors. And I expect the ladies do as well. So let's have a look at this cheese and onion pasty. They're not cheap, by the way. They're quite expensive. So this is how you get them in. They come in frozen. They're sent down from Cornwall to your house in whatever you choose. If you go on the website, we'll put the link down below in the description so you can see where to get these from. Now I will tell you this, it's gonna set you back. A pack of 8 is gonna cost you 43 quid. Oh, I know what you're saying, it's quite expensive, but I tried their Cornish pasty and that was, well worth the money. So I don't think this would be any different to the last one. Once again, they're not very good at crimping around the edges, but if this is how they want to sell them, that's fine. It's not a traditional looking pasty by a long shot, but who cares? It's all down to the taste. If it tastes right, it's got to be the business. And once again, and as a frozen pie, you can tell it's got that nice glaze across the top. No doubt, it's probably an egg wash of some description. Now this cheese and onion is vegetarian, so I'm sorry you vegans out there. Basically, it's not for you, but it's okay for anybody else as well if you like meat. And I quite like cheese and onion pasties. So let's have a look at the baked item. Before we get into looking at the baked one, let's tell you about baking. So what I did today, I set my oven at 230 Celsius for 10 minutes. So it's got that nice heat. So when you put your pasty into the oven, it really starts the baking straight away, because when you put a cold thing into an oven, it knocks the temperature straight away. So just remember that. And then I baked the rest of this for 40 minutes at 200 and it looks fine. So let's have a look at the pasty. There she is. And once again, that is a cracking pie by a long shot. Okay, pasty, sorry guys. Well, look at that. That does look the business. Now, I can tell you now, there's not as much weight in this as there is as the Cornish pasty. So let's just get on with it. We'll crack him open and have a look inside. God, it smells so good. Oh yes. Smells like a cheese and onion. Let's have a look at a close-up. Once again, you've got that nice bit of filling. You can actually see the cheese in it. Don't know where the onion is, but it's obviously in there somewhere. Nice baked pastry once again. And the potato looks nice baked as well. You could almost say don't bother to try the pastry, Steve. But like me, I still just like to make sure we're talking about the same bit, same pastry. That pastry is the same as the last one. It's got just enough salt in it to be absolutely spot on. And the filling, oh, you can smell that. That is cheese and onion. So let's go for the straight for Monty. Well, straight away, the pastry is lovely. The combination is absolutely there. It's got this pepper in there, which works. It's got the salt. Now I dare to say it almost tastes like they've got a little bit of mustard in there as well. What I will say is, I think it's lacking on the cheese. I've got everything coming through, but I'm not getting enough cheese in my estimation. Don't get me wrong, there's cheese in it, but maybe they should go for a cheese a little bit stronger in flavour, because you sort of almost lost the cheese with everything else. But the flavour's there. It's got a nice flavour right the way through. The combination with that pastry, That just works for me. Once again, it's a full package. Now the only thing letting this one down is the cheese content. Realistically, boys down there, you need to up that cheese. Cut back on the pepper and up the cheese. See, it may be the fact is, I'm looking at this now, just to inspect. See, there's not as much cheese in that. Now, the thing is, because these are all handmade, it is possible that cheese is in this the other half. No. You never know, because the thing is, when they're crimping these up, well, obviously they're not crimping them, but folding them up, they'll probably sprinkle the cheese on the top, or maybe they missed this one out, or they've mixed in. Now, if I'm doing it, I'd have got the mix, a big bowl of mix, and put a shed of cheese in it, because I like cheese. And to me, even if I'm selling cheese and onion, I want to make sure you guys are getting plenty of cheese. So I'll put a combination of different cheeses in there just to make sure I get that really strong flavour of cheese. Onion stands out on its own, but cheese, you really need it. Well, there we go, folks. Now, let me say, I would have liked to have given you a 10, but because it's lacking on that cheese, I'm not worried about the price because I've had to buy them to come here. But this one's going to be a 9 out of 10, boys. I'm really sorry, but if you want the cheese, send me another one. I'll be happy. They do have a complaints thing on there that if you do have a problem with your pies, phone them up and they'll sort you out, but I'm not going to do that. If they are, I'll try them again one day. If they send me another one up, they'd have stitched me up, because basically speaking, I've told you about this. I send them the video and they send me one up, especially just for me with cheese in it. So we'll wait randomly. We'll randomly send for some cheese and onion pasties and see what turns up. Well then, I hope you enjoyed this type of content. If you do, please subscribe and please share. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! This is the Crazy Baker channel. Baking. Lifestyle. Recipes. Reviews. I am the Crazy Baker. Please subscribe and please share. Laters!